All right, we back at it. Homegrown Radio, Chuck Dizzle, DJ Head. We done ordered the Eastside Special up in this mug, man. Airplane James up in here, man. Welcome back, brother.
East up. What's the
This
deal?
your first time up here?
Well, you know what? Yeah, it's the first time up here.
First time
right?
up here, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, goddammit.
What's
You know
the
what I'm saying?
deal,
Tell
yeah?
us about this sleep apnea.
Nigga, loud as a motherfucker.
Gonna start off with the BS.
Nigga, that's death.
Hey,
Oh, man.
hey, that's his introduction to the world.
Right.
Huh? Oh, that nigga got breathing issues.
Yeah, that Eastside Special, cool, but
It's not special,
breathing.
cool, but sleep apnea.
No, I got that shit. Well, I had it. You know what I'm saying? I lost 10 pounds and I got rid of it.
I'm losing that shit too.
West Coast.
Yeah, I was about to say,
That part.
I looked at an interview we did back at the studio on Market Street in
I was
Inglewood.
big as a motherfucker.
Yeah, I was about to say, you can slim down, man. That's a lot of things. A lot of things has changed with Airplane James, man, over the years, man. We want to get into that, man. We need to talk about the project and everything. But first of all, how you feeling it? I talked to you a second the other day, and
I had to get you off my phone.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I can hear the
save it.
excitement. I can hear the excitement, man.
Save it for tomorrow.
Exactly.
But man, it's an amazing feeling just to see the trajectory going up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at one point, like I don't know, like people around me believe more than I believe,
right.
and so like to actually
Believe in what?
like my talent and what I got to offer and bring in this shit. And so like at one point, like I was working at Whole Foods, like
What
shit,
is
I
it?
went.
So I have a question
It's at
for
Whole
you.
Foods.
I'm glad you said that.
You're
You
the
know what I'm
second
saying?
person this month that
Now,
said that
listen,
they worked at Whole Foods.
We had the city girls up here.
Okay.
JT used to work at Whole Foods, obviously before she made it big in rapping. You used to work at Whole Foods before you made it big in rapping.
Mm-hmm.
What's that day? What's that last day like? You know, do you go in there and pay full price for them high ass waters, or do you go in there and be like, everybody kiss my ass, I'm out?
You know what?
Or did you get fired? You probably got fired.
I ain't get fired.
Okay.
I ain't get.
Did you not return?
I definitely did a not return type of deal.
Bruh, okay.
It just started getting flagrant. I'm like calling out for everything. Like, damn, I can't find my shoes, the right shoes.
I'm out.
I'm not coming in today.
So you use up your sick days.
It's very hard to get fired from Whole Foods.
But you found a way.
I didn't get fired
Oh,
though.
okay,
I
okay.
just stopped going back. I'm like, man, fuck this shit.
Did you when you did work there,
Mm-hmm.
right? Did you already know, like, and you had a date in your mind, like, all right, I'm out of here on this day? Or
Man, they had switch management. That shit is like warehouse work in a way, like a better version of warehouse work. So, you feel me? I don't know if y'all ever did warehouse work, but
Nah, I worked at the community center in Carson. I kind of know what it's about. We did a lot of maintenance work, so it's like setting up rooms.
so
and
you know
stuff.
it's like damn near gang banging in that motherfucker.
man,
like you know you got certain
Different hoods,
sections
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit like that work with each other.
Yep.
So once they switched management, the niggas that hired me, they was gone.
Mhm.
And shit, the new management was not fucking with me.
So did that like affect hours or like just in terms of like how they treat you?
Hours. All right, so I'm gonna break this shit down for
Yeah.
y'all. So, your normal day in Whole Foods or some shit, like you gotta. Well, I was in grocery, so
Mhm.
you get this big ass pallet when you start. Like, say you got an 8 to 3, you gotta finish the pallet. So whoever closed, the pallet should be gone already, and all you gotta do is face the store, make it look good, like pull all the
that's what
items
it's called,
to,
facing the store?
yeah, face it.
Okay.
So they changed me to closing. When they changed me to closing, how the fuck I'm still doing pallets? They just leaving the pallets for me. Like,
So you thought you elevated beyond pallets.
yeah, but
Nah, it's
y'all
not
they
even
really
that. It's-
supposed to be gone.
Yeah,
they supposed to be gone.
So somebody wasn't doing their work.
else. Yeah.
They was leaving that shit for me. I'm like, you got this Eastside nigga fucked up. So I'm like, shit, I start leaving it for them. Like, shit, this shit gonna be here in the morning for y'all.
The same y'all left for me.
Petty pallets.
Y'all gonna see the
The
same
petty
thing.
pallets.
On the
Mr.
real. So they try to have like a conversation with me, write me up and shit. I'm like, man, listen, that shit gonna sit there unless y'all fix that shit. You feel me? Like I'm supposed to come and face the store.
Did they know you, like, did the people that you work with at Whole Foods, did they know you was rapping and stuff like that? Like your coworkers and stuff like
Hell no.
Is that something that you kind of not explain to them, but like you have cool coworkers that you rock with. Nobody
Hell
knew
nah.
that you rapped.
Mm-mm.
Was that
shit-
intentional?
Now look, so my last job ever was Hertz. Now,
rental
niggas,
car?
Niggas knew I rapped. I didn't tell nobody.
You was
Like,
moving them cars
Hey,
up out
you
of the.
fuck with Problem?
Yeah.
I'm like, hold up.
Wait a minute.
It's time to get out of here.
I saw you in the video with Problem.
Right.
I swear to God, like I'm like, I'm just trying to wash my car, get these dollars.
Yeah.
They like,
wait a minute. Now, are these customers or
no, these coworkers.
Coworkers, okay, got you.
They like you. I try to be like, nah, they like, yeah, nigga.
Damn.
That's you.
I'm like, shit, it's time to get up out of here.
What's so funny is that I remember from that last conversation we had, you had just left. I don't know if it's just left, but you was at Universal Studios.
Damn.
And you were talking about the transition from there, and you were like, yeah, I got hurt, and I never returned back, right?
Yeah, I broke my foot. And
yeah.
was like, fuck y'all.
That's crazy.
Then,
and what happened?
After I broke my foot, then started the music, and then my girl got pregnant.
Got it.
So then that's when I was like,
I got to get this right.
I got to get some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing this music, but it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not happening the way I want it to happen. Yeah. So I went back to work, and then I left work for good.
Damn. So, okay. That's interesting. Did that, when you found out you had a kid on the way, that changed, that puts different things in different perspective, right?
Yeah.
Because I always hear that, even he told me that, like, it just changes your whole mentality and stuff like that. Was it immediate? Like, okay.
It was immediate. Like,
so, but you said you went back to work. I'm talking about the music side. Was the music like, okay, I got to get this right? Or you was like, I'm going to just do this work until the music works?
In my head, I was like, shit, I'm trying to do both. Like, I thought I had a balance, but like, shit, the work shit started taking over. Like the work was going like this. You feel me? Like, music was kind of falling to the wayside. But I was still signed throughout this time, like, you know, so shit, Bird, you know what I'm saying? The label, I'll never forget this shit. Like, he just pulled me to the side, like, yo, you gotta believe in yourself, man. You're not gonna get nothing playing scary. Like, you know what I'm saying? Playing to play it safe. You gotta go balls to the wall for what you believe in. And
so it's true, basically, that you didn't like fully believe.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I did get that from you when I first started like seeing you do your thing. That's what I got from you.
Yeah,
like low key. But then I will give you props too. Recently, you know, I forgot what the exact verbiage of what we said to you in the studio. But you turned it up. Like you implemented immlementally.
Yeah,
so I give you props for that.
I felt a little distance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like. So that's why I'm like, man, I invited y'all to the studio. Because I remember I went to, I did the show. Rucci and them was there, and you was there. You was sitting with me. We took pictures and shit, and you was like, hey, you know you need to be out more. And like, but you didn't say it in front of everybody to like put me on blast. You were just kind of like, I see you, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to see you.
Yeah.
And I don't think I was ready at that time, or whatever the case is, but like, when I changed my paradigm and like just started like going up and elevating, I'm like, man, I need to reach out to Head. And he came to the studio and I just wanted to listen to what he had to say. And he told me like the same shit. But now it's like I followed that advice. Yeah. And I seen him at the Juneteenth shit. He was like, my nigga. Like, he looked like a proud dad. On the real.
No, I always respect artists like that don't, because I know what how people look at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not oblivious to it. I know that people look at me like I'm the mean, whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
But like, I always respect when people when they want my opinion, I give it to them, and then they immediately implement the things that I've given them, because it's like, you asked me, so why would you ask me for directions if you don't plan on following them? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
How did you get mentally there to be able to receive that message though, and be able to apply that? Because I'm sure people will hear that, or like you said, you heard it and you was like, yeah, I wasn't ready to hear that then, right? So how were you able to kind of receive that and then apply it?
Just having Bird, man, he's you know what I'm saying, he's the company, you know, but he's turned into like my dad, like, you know, like a life coach. It's like ever since we had this conversation, like, you know, like that conversation, I never forget this shit. This shit changed my life. He actually saved my life because he made me find my purpose. Like, he called me on FaceTime. And it was just like, I could just see the sincerity in his voice. He was just telling me like, man, you're not going to get nothing, playing it safe. And he gave me a little incentive too, though. Like, he was like, look, I'm going to pay 2 months of your rent. Straight up. Wow. But you're going to figure it out after them 2 months. And I figured it out.
Wow.
But every day, like at every corner, he's teaching me, you know what I'm saying? And wherever, like, if I fall, like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do, check me, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm able to listen to that because
and for the listeners that's listening right now, Bird is your CEO of Diamond Lane.
Yeah.
Got you.
So Yeah, like I wasn't even able to receive his messages at first, you know?
Wow,
Because
man.
Bird has a way of talking, like, you know what I'm saying? He just, it's not politically correct. Like, you know what I'm saying? He came from the streets and shit, so it's like, you feel me?
The messaging is fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so even that taught me, like, okay, to listen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't always have to be the first to, like, defend. You know what I'm saying? Like, even that's an issue in that. Like, why are you trying to be so defensive already? You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to what the lesson is.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Also, want to give you props too, because the rollout for Eastside Special II is like, it's fire, bro.
Man,
And
appreciate you.
I ain't. And here's the thing, right? I don't think the average person appreciates how much thought went into that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know because I see album rollouts all the time. Like
Yeah.
every week it's a new something.
Mm-hmm.
But to see like the way you did it, the artwork, even the artist. Shout out the artist's name too.
I don't want to say his name wrong. Dylan.
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 No, but the artwork is fire, and then just the attention to detail on it.
Mhm.
Obviously, we from the East Side, so
Yeah.
our affinity for Louisiana fried chicken.
You get it.
That's a big thing.
Bro, our affinity for Louisiana fried chicken on the East Side is different.
Yeah.
That, and then even the way you was boxing the shit up like snack packs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like with the and you was doing the t-shirts and you was doing the drop-offs. Like it was just like the whole cohesiveness and the idea. You really kind of put people where you was at, and I think that's dope.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That shit was like coming together too. Like I had the ideas, but like, man, like my anxiety was so fucking high them days because everything was happening last minute. Like the t-shirts was like, oh, I don't think they're gonna be ready in time. I'm like, damn, we had all these people come out here and have the t-shirts.
Right.
The motherfucker was ready literally like the day before. So I had to go get the boxes, sign them, do all of that. Like, but it was when I did Eastside Special I, like I had that idea, but I just didn't have the notoriety yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have the resources yet. Like, so Bird assembled a team around me and I gave them my ideas and they, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have an idea and like, nah, shit, I don't know if that shit gonna work.
Right.
They're like, we're gonna find somebody.
Right,
we're gonna call somebody and we're gonna get in them rooms. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it happened. Like, they actually reached out to a couple of Louisianas and then we found one. Like, shout out to Chelsea if she watching, or you know what I'm saying, she see this. She was a big help in that. You know, her people own that. Louisiana is black owned, so
That's
it made it even more better.
Yeah, it made sense.
Yeah.
So how did you? I mean, I think we've talked about it too on when we were doing the Instagram live some months back or a year back, man. But you know, obviously everybody dealt with the pandemic their own way, man. You obviously having a family and you know, figuring out the career and you know, just you know, figuring out your own mental space at that time. How did you kind of navigate throughout that whole time?
Man,
Because you were still dropping music as well, so
yeah. It wasn't really hard because like as shit. DJ Head picked up on like early on, like that kind of was me, and like that's an Eastside mentality too that I'm definitely getting out of, like, you know, staying to myself, like kicking it with people, like just my people, you know what I'm saying? So that shit wasn't hard for me. Like,
got it.
I want to be at the house with my family anyway, you know. But it actually changed me for the better. Like, I wanted to get outside, like being in the house all that fucking time.
It sets you up for saying when things open back up, we going outside.
Yeah, you know, so like, damn, even times like now, like I'm like, damn, I was really out doing this shit. Like, you feel me? Like, it'd be crazy to me. Like, out 4 or 5 in the morning, just did like 5-6 rapper things. Like, nigga, this was real rapper shit. Like, nigga, I just did the freestyle here, kicked it with these niggas. Like, oh, like nigga, it's going up. You feel me? So I think that shit changed me for the better.
Do you have anything that's on your bucket list right now? Like things are kind of moving forward. The momentum's out there. The notoriety is jumping. The reception from the album is up there. What's on that bucket list now that you're like, man, I got to get that?
Shit. A short term one is I want to get on one of these festivals, man. I don't know if y'all ever been to one of my shows, but like I put on a good fucking show.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do that short term. And long term, just keep this shit rolling, man. Like, you know, more albums, like just more, like, you feel me?
Has there been anybody that's tapped in with you that you're like, damn, I'm surprised whether it be a fan in the
Currency.
Currency.
That was random.
That was recent, right?
Wait. So what happened with Currency?
He just said respect. I'm like, Shit, appreciate you, Spitter. I'm like, shit, we need one. He like, it's a must. And then, you feel me?
Hey,
I hit him up. He ain't respond yet.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Look, we need one.
I need one.
Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Like that's amazing that for one he tapped in, and then following up with that. I'm always amazed by that interaction. And when do you feel as an artist is it too much to say, okay, let me follow up for
it ain't never too much.
There we go.
Because shit, I know what the fuck my objective is.
Exactly,
like so.
sure.
I don't even give that no energy. Like, oh, I look like I don't give a fuck. I'm Eastie anyway. You feel me?
Make
like
it work. Yeah,
I'm gonna make it work until you tell me otherwise.
Right.
You feel me? I'm not gonna assume like, oh, you ain't fucking with me. I'm gonna just, I'll catch you another day. You was busy. He dropped a single the other day. I don't take none of this shit personal.
That's good, man.
Like I had even back shit. I was supposed to, I was in the studio with Blast. He was working on some shit. We actually did a record for Dirty Laundry.
That's what's
Moet.
up.
Oh wow.
And we had exchange numbers and shit. We were supposed to work on the record, but then he went on this crazy run, like that he's still on.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing personal at all.
Hey man, that right there is gonna be the mentality that's gonna continue to help you win, bro.
Yeah.
Like and I know you know that, but I'm glad that when I'm seeing you talking to you about it, that you understand that shit, because that's usually the biggest thing that gets in the artist's way, and
right.
It's either the patience or the, taking things personally. I've seen it many times where it's like, yo, this person is super talented. They got all these things, but they don't have it here. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you turn that on.
Shit, it's somebody at every corner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do have those emotions sometimes though,
Yeah.
Like, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Like shit, when Currency hit me up, shit, I'm still like, I'm in this shit, but sometimes it's like, I'm still like a fan and shit. I'm always gonna be that way though.
Yeah.
Shit, I met Dom. I'm like, nigga, what? Like, nigga, you one of my favorite artists. Like, I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Yeah.
I'm just not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be too cool for school. So I had hit Bird like, what? Nigga, Currency just hit me. Like, it's going up. He like, calm down. First of all.
Nigga, nah.
He like, nigga, this the math. Like,
Right.
you feel me? Like, you putting in the work. This is what happens.
Right,
you know, so I be having that like, okay,
Gotta
get back in the
understand
game.
that. Yeah, for sure,
feel me?
man.
So,
For sure.
yeah.
That's dope. I like that you said that you don't take it personal, because I feel like that's like a real big thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I always say, be undeniable, bring value, don't take shit personal. That's the three things you need to win in this shit. And that's dope that you already understand that. Took him a while to get that. So
I still be struggling with it. I ain't gonna lie. I go through it every now and then, but
Like, man, fuck these
yeah,
niggas.
man. Hey, man, listen here. You feel me? It goes like that sometimes. And now, as far as creating the whole project, man, for you, what were certain challenges that you kind of went into this with? Like, you talked about like with the rollout and kind of having problems with the t-shirt, but as far as like music wise, was there any obstacles that you learned from yourself or kind of had to get over?
Not with this one. Because I did all the hurdles and shit for the first, like, I dropped the project, I think during pandemic, like September, like on Everything I Love. That shit fell on deaf ears. That shit was a little discouraging. But like, those were all songs I had for like years. I think I told you, the last shit we had, like I got so many
500 songs.
Yeah, so trying to go through that and put a project together, oh man, so much overthinking with that shit that this one came easy. Like, it was all new songs. I didn't think about it. Like, shit, I did the artwork first. That's the first thing I did. I'm like,
crazy.
I want to see the records. Like, once I do the records, I want to go back to the artwork and see what it looked like. So shit, I didn't overthink it. I did the first joint, second joint, 100 bands. I'm like, okay, this a boy.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Third chain, shit. I did that. I hit Sham, like, hey, this is the one I want you on. Like, I didn't even hit that. Like, usually me and Sham would do a couple of records and see which one we gonna pick from.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this is
Get
the
on
one.
this one, right.
Get on this one, and I'm putting this on here. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it wasn't a hard process at all.
Yeah, shouts out to Champ 1016. He's up in here too, man. How did you guys link up? Because you guys got a dynamic that's unlike any other, man. And shouts out to 110 as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly,
oh, God.
I just
Tell us
like,
the real. What happened?
I want to know the truth.
Yeah.
I just kidnapped him as a friend. Like,
You say you kidnapped him as a friend?
Yeah, like,
then be careful. This is like this ain't like a small show. Like this.
No, I didn't fucking kidnap
I'm just
him,
saying,
but
in California, you get 15 years for kidnapping.
Jesus Lord. Nah, it wasn't nothing like that. Nothing
Well,
like
on second
that.
thought.
Down, didn't he?
No,
Not
I
like
just
that.
seen him in the studio.
But But look, so like I had always seen him doing shit, like just kind of being around the same circles, but not like, and like I always seen his creativity and like what he had to like offer and shit. Like, so he just seemed like a genuine dude. You feel me? Like seen him come off of Vermont, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's a little Eastie over there, you know? So I think I just reached out. I don't even remember how.
So you DM'd him like, let me be your friend?
Nah. Nah.
No, I'm just asking. I want to know.
I think
He's seen it.
I reached out to do some artwork.
Okay.
Like,
but that was your way of want to be his friend.
Yeah, like,
got you.
You feel me? I'm like, this a cool ass, fly ass nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, play.
You feel me?
Okay.
Like, yeah.
So when you say he was fly, like,
come on, man.
I'm not.
What the fuck you doing?
I'm not.
Hey,
I'm not.
This nigga walking in murky water.
I'm not saying that.
Yo. All right, change the subject. We talking about some other shit.
I'm leaving this all the way alone.
No, I'm just saying. He said, man, he's a cool fly ass nigga. Okay,
Man,
I'm like, okay,
we
bro,
can't
y'all
give
not on
niggas-
mics. Listen. I wasn't doing nothing funny shit. I was just saying. You said Sham was a fly ass, cool ass nigga. I'm like, all right.
Now you see why we be arguing on air. You see why we argue on
now
air.
I see.
Yeah,
now I'm finna jump ship on your ass.
Throwing little jabs out there. Yeah, man.
You gonna have sleep apnea by your motherfucking
Right.
self.
Nah. All right, so no, but Sham is the only feature on the project.
Right.
Was that done intentionally? Because he's a cool fly ass nigga.
Shit. It's the homie, so shit. Like, I really, shit. Yeah, I guess. I reached out to a couple people, but shit, they ain't get back. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna keep this train rolling.
When you and you don't take that personal either.
Nah. Y'all
Okay.
gonna double back and we gonna work. You
Exactly.
feel
It's
me?
gonna happen.
So when they do come back, let's say you reached out to Drake, right?
Mhm.
Drake didn't respond to your DM like Sham did. Okay. What?
Keep going. Keep
So
going.
Drake. So let's say you DM Drake like, hey, I want to work on some art or
Yeah.
whatever you said, right, to
Mhm.
Sham that got him to respond. And Drake didn't hit you back,
Right.
or he read it.
Drake not a good example though.
I'm just going all the way, right? Now when he come back, is it more fulfilling?
Damn.
Like, is it more fulfilling, like after the fact?
I think so.
So like it's like I'm saying, like, say you don't get the feature the first time around,
Hell yeah, it is more
and then
fulfilling.
he double back
I see what you're saying.
and come back around. Is it more fulfilling than if you would have got it the first time?
Hell yeah.
I feel that.
I told you, nigga. Like, it's
gonna
just it's
happen.
one of those to yourself. Like, nigga, yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
I kind of feel the same way about how we did the come up show, right?
Mhm.
And you were one of the contestants for that, right?
Yeah.
For the come up show. Obviously, the things didn't go in the direction where you won, but that's why when I hit you yesterday, I was like, I'm so glad it happened this way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You coming up here for an interview on your own terms for your project, and we're able to kind of see the growth of that. That's what I meant when I was like, yo, I'm proud of having these moments, because I know, people see us and there's certain expectations of what we can and can't do,
Mhm.
and people just don't know. Like, there's a lot that we do behind the scenes, right?
Of course.
So when moments happen where we're able to look out or where people earn it, right?
Mhm.
It means that much more to us.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I know how big of a deal it was when we did the contest and we played your song. It was a big moment for you. You was listening to it outside of grandma's house. It was a moment, right?
For sure.
So double backing now, to me, this is why, like, it just makes sense. And I'm glad that you're able to kind of like really embody this moment and really just take it in. It's like, no, I deserve this. Nobody looking out. It ain't no favor. It's nothing
Dog,
like that, bro.
That's the best feeling.
Yeah.
Like, out of all of this, like, like being able to come up, like, I know it's not like, oh, let's look out for the homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
at
know
all.
this is off the strength of
For
like
sure.
upward trajectory.
Mhm.
You feel me? So yeah, there's no better feeling than that.
Yeah, I just want you to like really hone in on being proud of yourself for that, because you deserve that shit for sure, man. So
I need to, but
Yeah.
I'll be like, damn, what's next? Like,
yeah,
I gotta
no,
work.
as you
like,
know,
you know what I'm
as you
saying?
should. You keep on going to the next thing, but take that moment for yourself, bro. And I know you probably have moments, you know what I'm saying, throughout this whole thing, but
I'm finna
this
leave
is-
here and be like, nigga, I was sitting right there with him.
Hey, when you working on the next project, or not the next project, but in general, who's somebody that you really want to work with? Like give me 3 people that it could be artists, producers that you really want to work with in the near future.
In the near future,
You manifesting right now.
manifesting. Shit, if I'm manifesting, Drake, where you at?
Put it
You
out
feel
there.
me? I
Well,
need
he
that
gonna
one.
he gonna read your shit and he gonna get back to you. But
I got to get hot for him to. You feel me?
Okay.
But it's going.
Drake?
I bet you some money that nigga be listening. That
Oh, you be
he
tapped in.
different.
no, Drake be tapped in.
He be tapped in to shit you think he ain't even tapped in.
No,
You
for
like,
sure.
There's a remix to 100 Bands. What the fuck? Drake got a verse on this?
Oh, it's over.
It's a rap.
Y'all gonna see a nigga acting a fool. Y'all gonna see me on top of the Broadway swap meet.
Going
Tripping.
crazy.
On top of the Broadway. Okay,
Yeah,
Drake.
shit.
Who else?
Damn. I want to work with Pharrell.
Yeah, I can see that. I actually would like to hear you with Pharrell.
That would be crazy. And shit. I'm gonna say DJ Quick.
Really?
That'll be fly.
That hasn't happened yet?
We've been in the same room and I watched them work, but
Did you played the cool role?
hell no, I never played a cool role. But it just didn't happen.
No, I'm saying were you like talking to him like, yo, like, okay, for sure. All right.
They just, you feel me?
Don't be
Not
cool.
yet. Yeah.
I'm never cool.
Okay.
I just did a record with Mike and Keys. Like
Crazy.
I wasn't even nigga. Ask Cash, Jason Cash.
Yeah.
He did his verse. I'm like, shit, I got something for this too. Like, you feel
Okay,
me? Like,
yeah.
I'm never cool. 'Cause
Okay.
fuck, you don't know if you're gonna get that
Opportunity
moment
again,
or
yeah.
opportunity again. So shit.
Now,
I be thinking about my kids, my baby, all that shit. I'm like, shit,
this is
I don't
moment.
care how I look.
Right.
I'm finna do this shit.
Make it
Take
happen.
me off later.
Yep.
Now, okay. The last time we had a conversation, you were talking about movies that you hadn't seen.
Damn, don't even do this to
I'm
me
gonna
right
do
now.
this again because I'm
I'm
hoping
interested to hear this.
I'm hoping that you know what I'm saying. Let me just start off with this though, because I don't think I asked you this part. You've seen Boys in the Hood, right?
I've seen that.
You've seen Minister Society.
I've seen that.
You've seen South Central.
I've seen that.
Are you sure? Because you paused when you said South Central.
I seen that.
Okay.
Hoover Deuce.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I seen that.
Have you seen? This is on the other side. Have you seen? What was the one? New Jack City yet?
No.
You still haven't seen New Jack City?
Mm-mm.
I don't really give a fuck.
No,
if
no,
you-
I'm not. No, I'm not tripping off of that. I'm just glad, like the fact that you've seen Boys
You
in the
know
Hood.
I seen them.
Huh?
Shit.
No.
I seen all the South Central shit.
But
like-
that was my point. I'm like, yo, can't be no Eastside Special without you seeing those, pivotal
on now.
movies.
I'm
Everybody-
okay with you not seeing New Jack City. It's West Coast.
No,
It's
no,
whatever.
no.
Oh, this nigga.
Hey, they know what it is, dog. Everybody in the industry know
I
what it
just
is with
seen
me.
this nigga the other day. I'm like, this nigga be having me dying. He like, yeah, Fat Joe Remy Ma. I'm like, bro, what the West got to do with this?
Hey,
I'm
putting
like,
on.
hey, hey, the homie be tripping. I'm like, dog. I caught that. I'm like, dog, this nigga be tripping. he can't ever just be like, yeah, it's Fat Joe Remy Ma.
Is it?
It's
Nah,
like,
I gotta
yeah,
put that down.
you gonna see this. West Coast.
Oh, shout out to Fat Joe. That's family right there.
Is there anything that we haven't got into that you want to make sure that the people know, man? Obviously, Eastside Special II is out right now.
Mm-hmm.
The engagement is crazy. The
Yeah.
trajectory is going up there. Is there anything else that you want the people to know as far as videos, anything like that you
Shit.
expect?
Yeah, I got some more videos on the way. It might be an extended version of Eastside Special 2 on the way with some features. You feel me? And yeah, be on the lookout for that. I want to shout out my people in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
I also want to say that I was in the studio with Plane, and I was going through his hard drive of music. And I found a couple of records that I found one specific record that he didn't particularly care for.
Is it on the
Facts.
project? It's not on the
It's
project.
not on the project.
It's unreleased, but it was a slap.
So why you didn't put it out?
Is it going to be on the deluxe?
Oh, there we go.
We shall see. We shall see. I'm not ruling it out.
That's a no. But
Okay, is there?
No. I sent it in. Like shit. As soon as Head said what he said, I sent it in. But shit, We put the album out 2 weeks later. Like it was already in the system.
No, I got it. But I'm just asking for future reference. That's all.
Yeah, I'm like, shit, that's a boy for sure. I mean, I would sleep on it for sure. He's like, what are you doing with this?
So is there? I hate doing this because the project's out right now and people can really just dive into this. But do you have an idea of when you want to do that deluxe? Is it before the year ends? Couple weeks, couple months? I mean,
y'all gonna get tired of seeing me this year.
There we go.
Like shit,
I'm not mad at that.
I'm coming right back.
I'm not mad at that.
Right back.
Does Diamond Lane still have Hell Week?
Shit, hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm never slipping. That's how I get all these records.
Yeah.
I have a question. What the fuck is Hell Week?
Explain.
All right. So basically, you pick a week. Well, shit, they pick the week. You pick the week or whatever, and for that whole week, you got to go in the studio. I think it's 10 songs or nothing less than 10 songs. You got to go in the studio and make 10 songs a day.
Songs.
A day?
Songs.
Per day?
Per day.
Mm-hmm. That's how we got to the number. He was like, yeah, man, I got, I was like, how long you been on Diamond? This is at the time. He's like, I've been on for a year. And he's like, yeah, so we do Hell Weeks. I don't know if it was every week at the time or every other week or how it was.
It's random.
But like, it was a lot of weeks. And I did the math. I'm like, yeah, that's a good 500 joints you sitting on.
But that shit conditioned me and trained me too.
Which is great. I
so now the Hell Weeks is like if I send Bird some shit or if I send Prod some shit, and like I said, we don't take it personal, but probably like, hey, you need a Hell Week.
Yeah.
Meaning like this shit not really that good. Like I see where you going, but like you can get deeper. So give yourself a Hell Week. So now it's not like mandatory. It used to be mandatory, but now it's like, okay, you need a Hell Week. And then I love that. So I go back and record and then boom, Eastside Special II. That's how you get that shit.
That's crazy.
Because I was striking out before Eastside Special II.
Yeah.
Like,
damn.
Last thing. Obviously you on Diamond Lane. And obviously we know Diamond Lane to be obviously Problem Bad Lucc.
Shouts out to Problem Lucc, man.
Now,
yes, sir.
I'm on record as saying Problem is probably one of the most talented artists to ever do it on this side.
For sure.
Definitely one of the most talented.
Period.
There's some tutelage, some game, something that you picked up from having access to that caliber of talent, or is there anything that you remember that every time you go in the studio, maybe an artist trick or something like that?
Shit, it's so much shit, but
just give me one.
Shit, he taught me how to record. Like, first time I was in a studio session with him, he was like, "Man, I'm not finna record you. Like,
you better figure that yourself.
Figure that shit out." I was like, I don't get paid to do that. Like, so that, and then also like,
what about songwriting or?
Yeah, definitely song. I used to, dude, like
didn't know what the bars were.
You remember?
Couldn't count. Yeah,
yeah. Like, so my songs used to be like 32 bars.
Oh no,
one hook. Like, song's over.
Yeah.
He's like, man, like cut that shit up. So now it's like I can already like, I can kind of sense, you know what I'm saying? Like you hear like Impress Me or a record like Chains. Like I'm proud of that because I'm like, damn, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? That's me. Like I knew when to bring that shit back. I knew when to shut the fuck up and bring the hook back. But even then, sometimes like, I got a record right now. I can't say the name of it, but should I send it to Problem? Like, man, do the thing, man. do the shit to it. Like, and he'll send that shit back to you. Like, oh yeah,
that's it.
It's ready already.
Yeah,
for sure. But he taught me how to control a room too, though. Like I told you, like I was in the room with Mike and Keys and shit. Like I got that shit from him.
Really?
Hell yeah. I'll let him tell the story. Like I think he told the story though, like how he was in the studio and the song About Me with Wiz Khalifa, and I Am Sue wasn't really known like that at the time, and he was like, "Shit, write your verse." like write your verse. So as soon as Prod came out, I Am Sue went in there, and then shit, I Am Sue went
right
up.
It, yeah.
So I kind of learned that shit from Prod. Prod don't play like in the studio. Like he's like, man, we around all these niggas. Like it ain't nothing. Let's work. You know what I'm saying? So
it reminds me of something that I forgot what interview he said it in, or it was just a conversation I heard. He got that from Snoop. Snoop said something to him like, "Yo, you're here for a reason," and it's so crazy because it's full circle moments because he had that same mentality as you did earlier on, where he was just like, "Well, they asked me to come in here and write or do music or whatever. I don't know where my place is." And when Snoop gave him that game, he was like, "Yo, you're here. We called you here for a reason. So do you." And, you know, he been doing him ever since. So I'm glad that it's rubbing off on you. You've kind of taken that and applied that to,
It's
to
helped
now.
so much.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to Problem.
Now, we do this thing on the show called Curbside Confessions, where we do crazy stories in Ubers, Lyfts, Postmates, any kind of delivery or app service. You got any crazy? You with Diamond Lane.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you got a crazy Uber, Lyft story. You got a crazy Postmates delivery story, Amazon, anything like that.
I actually don't.
He's like, sorry to disappoint you.
I'm sorry. I came in after that shit though. You know, I know Diamond Lane's known for what they known for, but I missed the way.
even just playing at Whole Foods.
I really don't have no fucking crazy story, dog.
Ain't nobody ate no Postmates delivery person ate your food. None of that.
Hell no. I don't even Postmate though. I don't trust that shit. Like,
why not?
Because like all the crazy shit you see, like nigga, no, like you eat nigga fries and shit. No, I'm gonna go get my shit. I like to drive anyway, so I'm gonna go get my shit. I ain't never Postmate a day in my life.
Really?
Ever.
So you never order pizza or nothing either?
I order pizza and shit.
It's the same shit.
Kinda, yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
But that nigga, them niggas ain't finna open the pizza box.
We have a girl that called in to our show and told us that she delivers pizzas for it. I'm not gonna say where she delivers pizzas
She be
for.
picking the pepperoni
And
off.
she eat the toppings off the pizza and then smooth the cheese back out with her hands.
For sure. So you can get
Look
it. You can get it, bro.
Yeah. Now you over there stuck on stupid.
You might have just changed my perspective on pizza too. Like, God.
Yeah, it's wild out here in these streets, playing.
Why the fuck did she tell you that?
Well, that ain't nothing. Anyway, we got calls.
Yeah, man. Plain, man. We appreciate you coming on through. I'm glad we were able to do it under these circumstances. Eastside Special II out right now. It's Homegrown Radio. Chuck Dizzle, DJ Head, Airplane James. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate y'all for having me.